farm workers perform some of the most important work in this country. They feed us, and yet they are excluded from many labor laws and many labor protections.
Bruce Goldstein is the president for the Washington, D.C.-based advocacy group Farmworker Justice. He says many farm workers are afraid to stand up for their rights because more than half are undocumented.
And that's no good for anyone. It means low wages, poor working conditions. It means fear of going to the police when there's crime.
Francisco Alvarez has worked as a farm worker for over 20 years. A few years back, he went to South Carolina for work and was forced to live in substandard conditions and paid less than minimum wage.
He already had 15 people without eating, living in a warehouse with only bread and water. I asked, "You're not going to have us living like them in a shed with the cows?"
Alvarez tried providing his documentation, but he says the owner didn't care.
When he looked at my green card and my brother's, he said, "That's no good. Throw it away. Throw it away in the trash."
Alvarez walked off the job after 3 days. We checked, farm workers are not covered by the National Labor Relations Act, so they're not entitled to overtime pay, nor the same occupational safety protections.
And basically these exclusions are because agribusiness has a lot more political power than the farm workers do.
It's something he hopes will change. Farmworker Justice is pushing for immigration reform to allow farm workers the opportunity to obtain citizenship. Alvarez says while reform would open the door for farm workers to do other jobs, more needs to be done to change working conditions. Because whether you're an American citizen, an immigrant with a work visa, or undocumented, many times you are treated equally poor.
If we got immigration reform, we still have employers like farm owners who abuse people because we already have our green cards. But where are we going to work if there's employers who still tell us it's worthless?
He says it's just as important that farm workers speak out against the injustices they face.
What we need to do is be united.